Teachers Union boss Randy Weingarten, as well as a host of other unthinking and unconstitutional individuals, worked themselves into a scream-filled frenzy outside the Supreme Court on Tuesday. They were ranting over President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness handout, which would cancel $10,000 in federal student loans for individuals making less than $125,000 per year, or households earning less than $250,000 annually. The problem is that this is not true forgiveness. What do we mean? Because it would put taxpayers on the hook for almost $500 billion over the next 3 years. In other words, it would make those who didn't take a loan or are paying off other loans that are not related to education cover the tab for those who signed a dotted line and borrowed money of their own free will for their own personal education. Now, it is before the Supreme Court, and it is going to determine the constitutionality of the overreaching executive order by President Biden. But there are also about half a dozen reasons given in Proverbs alone that speak against financial irresponsibility. Beware of abusing credit, according to Proverbs 6, 1 through 5, Proverbs 11, 15, Proverbs 17, 18, Proverbs 20, 16, and Proverbs 22, 7. In other words, we cannot knowingly take out loans and view the inability to pay it back as a way out. That's dishonest and stealing, and that is not honoring to God at all. We also have to beware of financial stinginess. Beware of being impulsive or hasty when it comes to spending money. We must also beware of a lack of financial discipline. Beware of laziness to earn finances. And beware of overindulgence. Beware of craftiness or scheming financially, Proverbs 28:19. And these things are only what are listed in Proverbs. Then add to that Romans 13, 7 through 8, where it says, render therefore to all their due, taxes to whom taxes are due, customs to whom customs are due, fear to whom fear, and honor to whom honor. Owe no one anything except to love one another, for he who loves another has fulfilled the law. And Ecclesiastes 5:5, where it states, better not to vow than to vow and not pay. The bottom line is this: if we have borrowed anything and said we would pay it back when we borrowed it, then we need to pay it back. Why? Because the world is watching to see where integrity lies. Jesus himself said in Luke 14, 28 to 30, for which of you intending to build a tower does not sit down first and count the costs, whether he has enough to finish it, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. So if integrity doesn't dwell in the hearts of those for whom Jesus paid the most serious debt of all time, his life for our sins, then we have no real concept of the true cost Jesus paid for the propitiation of those sins. Let's not just talk the talk, but let's walk the walk. This is Frank from Reasons for Hope. Aloha.